Good morning, Mr. Agung Darmawan and everyone. My name is Yan Seko Sopakua with study number 17056-243. Today, I would like to explain the operations and productivity from chapter 1. The first one, what is the operation management? The first one, we must know about the production means. The production means the creation of goods and services. And so the operation management means an activities that relate to the creation of goods and services through the transformation of inputs to outputs. And then organizing to produce goods and services. To create a goods and services, all organizations perform three functions. There are marketing, which generates the demand or at least takes the order for a product or services, with nothing happens until there is a sale. The second one is production or operation, which creates, produces, and delivers the product. The third one is finance or accounting, which tracks how well the organization is doing, pays the bills, and collects the money. And then responsibilities in operation management, there is 4 responsibilities. The first one is product design. Product design involves creating a product that will be sold to the end consumer. It involves generating new ideas or expanding on current ideas in a process that will lead the production of new products. The second one is forecasting. Forecasting involving making prediction of events that will occur in the future based on past data. One of the events that the operation manager is required to predict is the consumer demands for the company's products. The third one is supply chain management. Supply chain management involves managing the production process from raw materials to the finished product. It controls everything from production, shipping, distribution to delivery of products. The last one is delivery management. The operation manager is in charge of delivery management. The manager ensures that the goods are delivered to the consumer in a timely manner. They must follow up with consumers that ensure that the goods delivered are what the consumer ordered and that they meet their functionality from the products. If the consumer is unsatisfied with the product or it's complaining about certain feature of the product, the operation manager receives the feedback and forwards it to the relevant departments. And then any ideal skills of an operation manager? The first one is organizational abilities. Organizational abilities refer to the ability of the operation manager to focus on different projects without getting distracted by the many process. The operation manager should be able to plan, execute, and monitor each project to the end without losing focus. The second one is coordination. Coordination involves carrying out specific activities simultaneously and switching between the activities with ease. The third one is people skill. Most of the responsibilities of an operations manager involve dealing with people. This means that they must know how to relate with the employees, outside stakeholders, and other members of senior management. An operation manager should know how to manage the fine lines with other colleagues by knowing how to communicate, listen, and relate to them on professional and personal levels. And the last one is tech savvy. In this age of rapidly advancing technologies, operation manager needs to have an affinity for technology in order to be in a position to design processes that are both efficient and tech compliant. This means that most of the process conducted manually, such as a procurement, must transition to more efficient automated process. When an operation manager is familiar with the latest innovation in the tech industry, they can use the innovations to improve internal process. What is the productivity? Productivity is a ratio of outputs, which means goods and services divided by another more inputs such as labor, capital, or management. Productivity challenge the first one is single factor productivity. Single factor productivity indicates the ratio of resources or input to goods and services produced or outcomes. And the second one is multi-factor productivity. Multi-factor productivity indicates the ratio of many or all resources or inputs to goods and services produced or outcomes. And then productivity variables. There are three variables. The first one is labor, which contributes about 10% of annual increase. The second one is capital, which contributes about 38% of the annual increase. And then the management, which contributes about 52% of the annual increase. So that's all for me. Sorry if I have a mistake with the explanation. Good morning, everyone.